Bear market seems so long, though they usually are really just around a year or two. Now, during that time, it's so easy to lose focus because the market just feels so boring. You often hear that blockchain is dead, Bitcoin is dead, and things get to a point that it seems like it could really happen. But then money starts coming back into the market, everything pumps, and certain things do incredible gains. The kind of gains that Wall Street never sees in that same amount of time. Now, when money does come back into the market, one area that I feel will have tremendous gains will be blockchain gaming. Right now, we call it blockchain gaming, but in the future, it's really just going to be called gaming. And blockchain gaming will dominate the multi-billion-dollar industry of gaming. And owning your in-game assets will be commonplace and expected. Having a marketplace where you can sell those assets to others, well, that will be commonplace and expected too. Now, today we have an early pioneer in blockchain gaming space joining us, Mick Mironoff, the founder of Legends of Crypto Game. He'll be joining us to talk about blockchain gaming as well as share some updates that they have been making to their game. Welcome to the Crypto Rain channel. I'm your host, Jay Rain. And if you like money and crypto and you're looking for a lifelong investor's take on the crypto market, join the Rainmaker family by liking this video and subscribing with the all notifications bell enabled. Do note, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm a crypto investor myself, and I share with you how I think about the crypto market and often specific cryptos I like and why I like them. Excited to have our guest joining us. Do note overall that I do own or plan to own a lot of what I talk about on this channel because I talk about the crypto projects that I believe in and I share with you why I believe in them. We do want to give a thanks to our Patreon members. We have a private Discord that our Patreon members get access to, and on Fridays prior to our stream that we do a pre-stream with all of them where we get to interact very directly. Now, make it rain on that like button and strap in for the show. And let's welcome our guest, Mick from Legends of Crypto.
Wow, great intro. Thanks so much. And really pleasure to be here. Thanks for inviting us.
Yeah, excited to have you on. There's been some big updates to your game. I've been following you since early 2021, before you guys launched. And so you've had your game out actually for a little while, and you've had your card and card packs. It was fun to watch the distribution of those, and those were cool. And I bought a bunch of them myself, and I'm a holder of your token as well.
Right. Well, yeah, there's been so much. And, you know, being in crypto for quite a while, for many years, going through the cycles of bear and bull, you know, to me, like bear has been always a perfect, almost near perfect opportunity to quiet down and build or, you know, create value. So that's what we've been busy building pretty much.
Now, you have a background in business prior to crypto in general. What made you decide to get into blockchain gaming, or when did you decide, and why did you specifically decide to get into it?
Oh my God, that's such a good question because I've just been talking with my team about, you know, like this, the crypto madness, because some people are joining crypto. They joined like a year ago, so they are like either depressed, so like it's been off-putting experience with FTX or like the market falling. And I'm an ex-banker, right? So I've spent like 11 years with ABN AMRO Bank in Amsterdam and London. I've been with Airbnb also for a couple of years when Airbnb was a startup. So I have my my perspective on, you know, like the financial cycles. I've been through like 2008 crisis. Just launched my career in banking at that time. So what made me change? You know, like what made me join crypto and blockchain? Well, first of all, it was 2016. I was pretty fed up with you know, the finance, banking, decided to leave, and I was already invested in crypto. And I've been a part of like a blockchain community in Amsterdam, a part of the innovation center in ABN AMRO Bank. So I've been actually sort of promoting the technology and giving some workshops on blockchain, how it works. But it was quite a theory at that time. So I quit it. I went traveling to South America. Was in Peru. Machu Picchu was always a dream. Got a different perspective. Got back, and then this ICO explosion happened, and I was so puzzled. Like, what's going on? How is that even possible? Projects raising millions and millions, and seemingly out of thin air. And I mean, it could never happen in in my financial career, in my banking career. Being working with businesses directly, financing different type of businesses, from like oil, gas, agricultural commodities, to like literally medium-sized companies, and working with a rating agency directly, like Fitch, Moody's, S&P. In 2017, I joined a startup in that time, ICO Rating. So
Oh yeah, I remember them.
Yeah, it was like a rating agency.
And rating agencies kind of helped me screen in 2017 as I was looking at it. I didn't know you worked with ICO ratings. That's cool.
Yeah, we literally set the foundation for and the framework for analyzing like young crypto startups, giving a framework, and for loads of folks in the VC universe who moved to crypto, that they were reading our reports and were like, wow, that's great. Thank you guys. You helped us understand the business model of the in those days. Not much has changed, but that was really a huge fundamental driver for me. What drove me at the time, literally setting up this framework and helping others understand what's going on. Like how to analyze like this startup, like with the idea. Like we looked at the team, we looked at their business model, and had lots of checkpoints, analyzed that, and helped others understand it better, and hopefully helped many people make right or better decisions, or more informed decisions. So that was my journey in 2016, 2017.
Yeah. Now, what made you decide to get into the gaming side of things? And you did have some special connections, which is part of what caught my eye. Is I was doing some research on Legends of Crypto game before I invested. What kind of pushed you that direction, and why to the gaming side? Because you could have gone into any part of blockchain.
Right. After ICO Rating, with my ex-business partner, we've been running a venture capital fund ourselves, investing in lots of crypto startups. And myself, I was really into NFTs since 2018, when CryptoKitties happened. So it was a big thing, if you recall. And I remember so vividly meeting their team in Hong Kong. Like running out of them, like, guys, wow, you made it so cool. Like now everyone is talking about the NFTs, because remember they made this whole like Ethereum chain congested, like transactions were going through like 4 hours, maybe, like were expensive, because lots of folks were buying CryptoKitties NFTs, breeding them. So being into NFTs, investing in NFTs, and having like really this idea to, for the crypto industry that I love so much, making NFTs about the crypto industry and history. Like I love to say, like this era, like this craziness era, will pause, but our characters, they will live, and they will live on blockchain, and they'll be a testimony to like cryptocurrency's triumphs, and to all the folks who made this crypto revolution possible. So an NFT, like a collectible item, is an easy idea. So we brainstormed with my good friend of mine, Oli. He used to be with CoinDesk, now with Kraken. And it's a simple game of top trumps, a very popular table card game that I love. He loved. Like, come on, let's make it a top trump card game. And that was pretty much a motivation, and it was also fun. So we did the designs. Like all the majority of the characters that we had during the race and during the prototyping phase of our product. They were literally people that, most of them, characters, folks I met personally. So, for instance, it's not a secret anymore. Like the inspiration or like the reference point for like a VC queen, for instance, is a friend. It used to be with Fenbushi Capital, and so lots of these cases, that you'll just give a reference. Oh, okay, so that ICO millionaire is going to look like, your typical like white bra, sort of fraternity type of person, like made bunch of like lots of cash during this ICO boom, and so on and so forth. So most of them, they are like real life people that we know and we can relate. So yeah, we launched the prototype of the top trump card games. Realized that, honestly, even though we raised already, that game mechanic would never work as a scalable and like a really robust, fun game going forward. So we decided to do it like total overhaul, come up with a new game design. So the whole summer, like past summer 2021, we were sort of innovating, deciding on and like the new core gameplay, and came up with what you guys can enjoy and hopefully enjoying so far in early access. A totally different game with these amazing characters from the crypto industry.
I remember that period. Now, you had some connections that part of what caught my interest, right? From Blizzard, which made one of the most, so most people know StarCraft that Blizzard made, but they made actually one of the first computer card games. I forget the name of it, but it's actually been one of the most successful computer card games of all time.
The Hearthstone, or like the main
Hearthstone, right? Yeah,
together.
Hearthstone is one of the most successful ones, and so you had some friends there that helped you redesign the overhaul, if I understood that correctly.
Absolutely. So our ex game designer at that time, who joined us, he's an ex Blizzard person, and he came up with this game mechanic. It's actually almost nothing to do with the Hearthstone. And at some point, we even started to have it in our like marketing pitch. Like we didn't clone the Hearthstone 120 times. We took like a good old triad battle as a core,
Mm-hmm.
and build on top of that. And the triad battle used to be a side game of Final Fantasy, I reckon, Final Fantasy 9 and Final Fantasy 14. In the 90s, like a game design guru came up with that game mechanic. It's also a table card game, and sits somewhere like a mid-core casual strategy mobile type of games that we think can be a very very viral or very popular on your like iPhone, Android phone, as a collectible strategy card game. Yeah. So we had to redesign it.
So with the redesign, I've only played it on the computer. Are you able to play it on a mobile as well?
Yes, you do. We just got our mobile build for iPhone and Android.
Okay.
Though it's in closed beta. So currently, you can only play it on iPhone in test flight. But for you, you're gonna get the access. Obviously, just send us the Apple ID or Android ID. We're gonna add you. You can download and play it on mobile. It's a much better experience. I love it on mobile.
That would make it easier, right? So I use the computer a lot, but the upcoming generations, they literally, a lot of them don't. Like I love computer, and I have a nice machine that I can use for computer games. Obviously, I have pulled up here the game so viewers can see what is we're talking about. You don't need a powerful computer for this. So this is the kind of game that you should easily be able to play on a phone. And we're actually going to try to play a game together, though Mick's played this a lot more than me, so don't be surprised if he crushes me. We're going to wager on it too if we can figure it out. I've only played the regular story mode, so I haven't actually played against a real person. I think I played, maybe it was a real person, I couldn't quite tell, or rather it was just, I think maybe I have played a real person. I just didn't know who the person was on the other side. So do you want to do a game together?
Let's do that.
We can show everyone what the game is about and just talk while we're playing. Maybe I can really distract you so I have a chance to win. I'll ask you really hard questions as it's your turn.
All right. So I'll go back to my screen.
Yeah, share your screen with us, and we're going to watch it from your screen.
From my screen. All right. Wait a second. And of course, guys.
By the way, we had somebody from the Russian community. I have no idea how to read his name, but he says, "Greetings from the Russian community. Thanks for joining us."
Great. I mean, they've been so active. It's like the most recent community that got into log game. And despite being the smallest by numbers, they're the most active ones. So yeah, great that
Russians are known for their strategy, right? Like many of the best chess players in the world come out of Russia. Very strategy focused culture.
Right.
All right.
Can you see my screen?
Yep.
All right, let me do it.
So you send me an invite, right?
Yeah. So if you guys want to play like a friendly match with a wager, you gotta send the invite to like either somebody you know, or you can always reach out in our community on Telegram, Discord. You can always do a shout out like, "Hey guys, who want to play with me?" Then you need to send an invite, like either a player ID or your player profile name. You can always change it here. Either copy and paste your ID number, or change the profile name, and then you can send it. Send a request from here in the friends list. We already connected with CryptoRain, so let me invite you to a fight, and you can either play for free, or you can wager LC coin for fun or not. So staking 10 LC coins, confirm, and waiting for your.
All right, I just got the confirm button. Let's see who the audience thinks is going to win. Our Russian friend says, "Mick, I'm rooting for you." Come on.
All right. So you're first. You have 6 seconds. Go. You've got 4 seconds. So
that was not the best play for that.
That was our old good friend MCW. So that's our game is quite simple, yet you need to strategize a little bit. It's your turn now, and you can attack. Right now, you try and
yes, but I don't want to attack. I want to hold that spot.
No, you should really hit me. You had a great chance, but well, let me like that's a hodler card. So that's what you should have done, like hitting it to the right. Now it's your turn.
Didn't give me the cards I want. I'm gonna have to take a weak position. That's not really where I wanted to go, but
no worries. So already. Yep. So that's a bear market runner that I played.
All right.
Yep.
There we go.
I scored. Let me play the hodler. No. So you guys should always check your health score, and of course you can play with the directional attack up, down, left, right. Don't hit me.
It wouldn't let me hit you. Oh, why wouldn't it let me hit you?
Because the health, I guess you tried to hit me at the bottom, but your health score is not allowing you to do that.
All right.
But you could actually have hit me to the left. So 1, 2, 3, 4, you should be winning. So try. No, you can hit me now.
Now I can hit you?
Yep. Try it.
No, it's not letting me.
And that's the last turn.
But I'm ahead, right? So I didn't want to hit you. I just wanted to let it finish out like this.
Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
So your card on the table, on the battlefield, is the OTC player. So if you try and hit me to the right, you can do that.
I thought, yeah, there we
lost, go. Guys, I'm sorry, I lost. And the 10 LT coins go to the rain.
Thank you, Mick, for letting me win. We know you took it easy on me. That was very nice of you.
It was a great pleasure. But playing with our team, and especially the folks who are building the game, it's always been a bit of a challenge. So most of the time I'm losing when we play it internally.
So, yeah, I bet some of your people play it constantly. So when you play them, they probably yeah. So this is, I want to show everyone a little bit about what's going on. So they do have a story mode that's cool. Like obviously I already beat London and it's got me in Miami here, and you can get more LC coins by playing the story mode, or you can play against people in multiplayer. So that gives you an idea. There's a leaderboard as well. So just some of the features of the game. Now, Mick, we're in this bear market. You've been in a bear market before. Nobody's talking about blockchain gaming right now, but do you think it still has a bright future?
Oh yeah, totally. Just like you said, in the future, I don't think people's gonna call it like a blockchain game. It's just gonna be like one of the tech stack, that literally the underlying, like your score keeping, like an accounting, pretty much for outside of like for comparison purpose and analogy. So literally, just gonna be gaming, and blockchain is gonna be just a part of it. So great time to build, and well, let's just wait it out 1.5 year and see the glory of the next bull market and where it brings us.
Yeah, I had some thoughts, like as I've thought about like the evolution of things. Anthony Martinez made a point. I don't think Jay knows how to play the game all the way. It was months ago when I played it a bunch, and so to say I'm rusty on it is an understatement. Yeah, I totally missed an opportunity there, but Mick was good enough to let me win anyway. Sports. If you think about sports in the early 1900s and just think about trajectory of where things have gone. In the early 1900s, there were some people running around in New York, and they took a bucket and they would tape it to this thing and they would shoot a ball through it. And their moms would say, "Oh, don't waste your time. What are you doing? Why are you always playing that stupid game?" And later that turned into basketball, and they had NBA. And not only did the players make amazing money, but the whole industry became gigantic. Same thing with football, same thing with soccer, right? And moms would say, "Why are you always playing with that stupid ball?" And it became not only a great source of income to the players, but a huge thing worldwide. Gaming, like in general, video gaming, when you were a kid, your mom probably thought you it's total waste of time. Why are you playing around with any of these video games? And they're such a waste of time. The same narratives, right? But video gaming is catching on worldwide, and a lot of kids these days, they don't even play any sports. They only play esports, and there's going to be so much money going this way. And so I see this huge wave there's already billions and billions in gaming, but blockchain gaming is going to be the new thing because of the ownership behind it. And it seems to me that this huge wave transition is going to happen over a 10-year period. That 10 years from now, if there's some game where you don't actually own the items, that's going to be so outdated. Be like, what? Why would I play that game? I don't own the items. Right now, a lot of gamers aren't thinking about it. They're so used to not owning the items. But as this wave and transition happens, makes sense to me of why everything goes to blockchain gaming. And they won't even call it blockchain gaming. It'll just be called gaming. Are you seeing the same thing? I mean, you've been in business for a long time.
So first of all, I love your example with, just regular sports, a century or like 1.5 century ago. And then you mentioned like football, soccer. I mean, now everyone is, is being glued to Qatar and the World Cup. A century ago, could folks even imagine that? And like how huge this industry it's become. What comes to mind when you say about the interoperability of digital assets? I've lived long enough to know what Second Life is, and like everyone's been hyped about the metaverse and the crypto and how it's all like a new wave of hype. And even in our company, we are also building a metaverse. It's called Crypto City, and our characters are there. But what like the 5 cents that we can add in this conversation with this metaverse is, in our metaverse, you play not only our game, but like a bunch of other games that we are building. An indie quest we showcased in Lisbon a month ago at the Web Summit. It was a huge hit. Like Sony Entertainment came by, Deutsche Welle, and this becomes interoperable. So the NFT assets on Ethereum in that game can be tradable on our marketplace, and then you can purchase yet other NFTs and play casual games on your phone, on the train, at home, anywhere, pretty much. Same with the VR. So this interoperability is not a new thing, but blockchain makes it so much easier. Because I remember the marketplace for like Second Life items and Warcraft items, and you had to pay a huge premium on those items, go to those like really weird looking marketplaces, and then hope that when you purchase the something in Warcraft, I mean, you sell your like Second Life item, right? That you actually is going to be delivered, and blockchain streamlines all of that. So the smart contract, the trust, what we like about blockchain so much, just a perfect stack for that. And we love that with our work, we put the player in the driving seat. He's no longer like a silent observer. Oh, that was happening in game. He can play, he can earn, he can trade, and hopefully make decisions soon. In our case, with the DAO and the voting for what's coming next for not only log game but other games that we are building.
Yeah. Now, when you were talking about the marketplace, are you talking about the black markets for like World of Warcraft items where you would kind of sell them because their terms of service didn't allow you to truly sell them for real money, but you could on the black market? But like you said, you were hoping that they would then deliver them. There was like some trust needed in a system where you can't always trust the other side. Whereas when and these games specifically tried to block any transactions like that and would shut down your account if they found out you were doing it. Whereas within blockchain, you can transact right on a marketplace and know that you're going to get the item. And it's not only like, okay, it's encouraged. Like if you think about Axie Infinity, and I don't really love Axie Infinity's gameplay, though I was an early investor in Axie Infinity. I made 100x, and it, you know, later found out I sold way early because I would have made 3000x. But the game itself made a fortune just by charging a small transaction fee every time people traded items, and they made over $1 billion on those marketplace transactions from the transaction fees, which is crazy. In Axie Infinity, during the height of when everyone was playing it, it was only the 10th highest played game during that month. Like it doesn't even compete really with what people are really playing, and yet that was enough for a small percentage of transactions taking place, them charging a small percentage of that to make over $1 billion in revenue, which tells me like this is going to be an amazing ride, and why I wanted to talk about blockchain gaming. And Mick, thank you so much for joining us and talking about blockchain gaming in general, and more specifically your game and what you built.
Thanks so much for having me again. And guys, please play loggame.io. Try, give us feedback. We'd love to make this product fun and give you the opportunity to earn at the same time.
Great. And for the users still watching, I want to thank you, Mick, so much for joining us. I'm going to get to a lot of the comments I hadn't gotten to yet. And thank you, Mick. Let me go back to some of the comments I missed from you all earlier. Nurse Cooper said rain. Thanks so much for joining us, Nurse Cooper. The Black Hat says they both look dodgy as F. Wow, dodgy. Okay, cool. Surish asks, hey, Rain, can you do a deep dive on Jasmy coin? Sony Corp is backing this coin. I do want to look further into there. We reviewed it on a Thursday episode with Paul like 3 weeks ago. A deeper dive I might do on them. They look interesting. A lot of their stuff is in Japanese, though you can hit translate. Even with the translate button, there's still some interesting errors on there that we can't see super well. So, gosh, I would love to speak to somebody in their company. Maybe I'll probably try to reach out to them and see if I can get somebody on their team just to discuss and maybe even come on. That would be great because I'm interested enough in them to learn more. I might have bought some based off of their charts, but I can't say it was an extremely informed purchase. Rainbow Top Gun says Legend of Crypto game is going to fly. Card designs are awesome. Anthony Martinez. Also, I'm heavy into cornucopias. What do you think? What about the other Cardano metaverse projects? Cornucopias, I'm heavily invested in. I have a crap ton of their land. Now, I did exceptional with Axie Infinity's land. I bought a ton of Cornucopia's land, having similar expectations. We'll see how it ends up doing, but I love the team behind it, and we've had them on a number of times. I also hold a bunch of their tokens. It's one of the few things that I own that I'm still up on, and their token has done remarkable even in this bear market. It's not where its highs are, but it's only down 75% from its highs, whereas most altcoins are down. The gaming altcoins, most of them are down 98 to 99.9% from their highs. So Kopi is doing incredibly well. What do I think about the other Cardano metaverse projects? So I spoke with Ash of Virtua, and I'm pleased with where they're going. They did a land sale recently. In fact, they have an ongoing land sale. I did buy some land with them. I don't have a ton of NFTs with them. I might pick up some more, but I like where they're going. 158 beats as Blizzard. Cool. He said, yeah, Hearthstone or Hearthstone. I can't remember how to pronounce it, but back when I was researching Legend of Crypto game initially, I researched how Hearthstone had done. Also, some other games along the lines of Hearthstone that have launched are Gods Unchained and Splinterlands. Dromachi, legend hashtag legend of crypto game to the moon. Nice. Yeah, their artwork is fun. Really cool job on their artwork. Let me just show their page again. It's fun, and I liked how they did. They did take some celebrities, right? So this is based on a celebrity, but I liked a lot of the different things like VC Queen, Hodler, community manager, which is all the different people involved in the crypto community, crypto key opinion leader, crypto journalist, Bitcoin maximalist. If you've ever gone to the Bitcoin conference, you'll be surprised that there literally are full-on Bitcoin maximalists. They consider anything but Bitcoin a total crap coin and like not even to be acknowledged. To them, blockchain stopped with the invention of Bitcoin and everything else is just crap and a copycat. But there are those, right? Launchpad or wrecked. Boy, yeah, we've all been there before. In fact, during the bear market, everyone is feeling like they're wrecked, right? Things do turn around. The rains do come. And it's amazing when it does. And we're not to that point yet. So this is generally the point where most people get frustrated and they quit. And the reason why they don't make life-changing wealth in crypto. But you're all here, so you haven't quit. And you should congratulate yourselves for that. All right. Clean interface, also very true. They did a great job. Chris said, sorry, Jay, Mick is going to crush you. Well, I'm quite convinced Mick let me win. He probably would have crushed me if he had wanted to. All right. Christina says, Legend of Crypto Game is my favorite game. I'm looking forward to next year's NFT sales. Love the new heroes in the starter and story pack. Stylish. Hey, Rainmaker, is anyone looking into the Cardano Metaverse gaming projects? Those two that I mentioned are the ones that I'm aware of, Virtua and Cornucopias. Are there other ones I'm not aware of? I would be interesting to hear. Says the sweetest things. Breathtaking speech. Maybe she's talking about Mick. Watching Cornucopias, don't know as much as I'd like, but eager to play. Yeah, it'll be fun when their gameplay comes out, right? Unreal Engine 5. It looks like it's going to be a cool game. Parvia, our Cardano gaming. Is it Pavia or Parvia? Maybe it. I'm not that familiar with it. Vaccinated Anti-Vaxxer says, I got Sandbox and Gala Games tokens. Yeah, Gala Games tokens are completely in the crapper right now. But I think Gala has an interesting model, both Gala and a new one you can't buy tokens to, Myria, which is perhaps kind of where the niche that like Steam fills today, where they develop a lot of games within their ecosystem. That there's a lot of cross compatibility within their ecosystem. Okay, it is Pavia. Okay, that makes sense. Well, like I mentioned before, I think gaming and blockchain gaming is going to take over the world. Is every game that's launched going to do well? No, there's a bunch that are going to fail. And from now till 10 years from now, maybe only 2 or 3 or 4% survive. So you're looking at for which ones are building a community. Look for which ones have gamers that are playing it now, that are enjoying it now, while the crypto market is way, way down. Because if you look at Axie Infinity that did really, really well during the last bull run, there were some people, it had the game out during the bear market, and there were some people playing, and it wasn't huge numbers, but they had a base community, so that as money came into crypto, because you could earn money by playing it, that's why it blossomed and bloomed. And I think you're seeing from the stream that there are people that love Legends of Crypto Game and are playing it. There are some other games out that we've covered, like Litcraft. Litcraft, I think, has a daily or monthly average user or daily user. I think Tom had told me like 10,000 people are playing on a regular basis. If it's that high, that's quite considerable from a bear market standpoint. I don't know that Axie Infinity had anywhere near those numbers during the last bear market. So I don't know what the numbers, and I missed the chance to ask Mick, what are the numbers for people playing Legend of Crypto game? But as money comes back in the market, almost every gaming project that's survived should pump. Now, whether they survive long-term will have to do with what kind of community they build. But one of the reasons I'm invested in a bunch of blockchain gaming projects that are really in the crapper right now, as far as their token price, I don't know about you, but I like to buy cheap and buy low so that I can sell high, because as money comes back in, just about every one of those that survives tends to pump as people first chase into the games that are pretty known and have built a good community, but then they kind of start throwing money at everything that hasn't pumped within that space. Bill Gardner asks, what up, Rain? Thoughts on cornucopia updates? What updates am I aware of? They did the bobblehead sale, and I participated in that. For very low fees, you're able to get some bobbleheads. I got 3 uncommons. I don't know whether I was lucky or unlucky with that. Bill Gardner says, I'm buying VVverse cornucopias and Earth 2. I'm glad to see Earth 2 is still around. I was a little bit worried when I really was looking them March of 2021 that it was the total fly-by-night company that wouldn't stick around, because they basically took maps of the Earth and were selling different portions in, I think, like hexagon things. And I was like, interesting idea. We'll see where this goes. So I think if the team was going to close up shop and run away, they would have already done that. Why would they stick around in such a bear market, right? So, yeah, maybe something will come out of that. I know Randy Chavez is really big on Earth 2. I personally don't have any. Wow, Bill Gardner has 1,100 properties in Earth 2. Well, that alone, I hope it does extremely well. So party is going to be on Bill Gardner's yacht in approximately 3 years. So Trump NFT fake news or future moon. I heard a story talking about that. I don't know anything about the Trump NFT other than it was like $100 or something. And was there 2,000 of them or 20,000? I'm not sure. They're releasing droids that suck up crypto out of other people's properties. Interesting. I haven't followed the developments of that. I remember them selling land and kind of looking at it and this is, March of 2021, around the same time that I found Vivi's app that Ecomi, a project that I'd invested in the pre-sale, had developed an app that I didn't hear anybody on YouTube talking about. So I downloaded the app and I was like, wow, this, they have Batman. I started covering the app and the collectibles on it myself. And shortly thereafter, a bunch of people started covering it. Anthony Martinez said, I will start adding more land to my portfolio. I only have a small common at the moment. I did really well on Axie Infinity land as Axie Infinity really hit their stride and did amazing. Their land did absolutely incredible. Back when I was buying their land, it was about $170 to $100 for a Mystic plot box that also came with some items. And the Mystic land at the peak, if you had road access, went to about $125,000. So from $170 to $100, depending on what ETH price was. Essentially, they were 1 ETH. But during the bear market, ETH got as cheap as $70. And it was frequently around $100. So not bad, even if you paid $100 for it, $120,000 at the top. Quite a ride. I sold a lot of my stuff at $2,500. I was worried that they would release land sale number 2, and they had said when they do their next land sale, they would increase prices by 15% in sell. So I was a little bit worried that they were going to release another portion of their land, which they still have not done. and they didn't. So prices continue to rise all the way up to some really high numbers. Now, can I complain? No, I held a lot of my items and I sold my items off too later, giving me a tremendous return. So I ended up selling a bunch of those items at the peak, though I sold off a lot of my land too early. 45,000 of the tokens because he was the 45th president. That's pretty funny. I mean, smart, right? Why wouldn't he do one? That also means Trump's probably becoming a lot more updated on crypto. When he was president, he wasn't super crypto friendly. And so it's good to see that he's probably much more familiar with blockchain and the promise it holds now. Do I think Avocado Guild can recover the next bull run? I do. They're one of the largest guilds, right? And so a lot of these guilds and their tokens associated with them have gotten crushed in this bear market because nobody's thinking about blockchain gaming, which is exactly the time to be thinking about blockchain gaming. Prices are really cheap. So it's up to you as to which ones you look at and which ones you decide that you want. But blockchain gaming has been savaged in their price. I don't know about you, but I like buying low. So yeah, some of the stuff that I have, it's gotten even cheaper. Yeah, good time to be buying more. I don't know exactly where the bottom is. My crystal ball that I have from Walmart, it still doesn't work as far as predicting the future. So I just have to make guesses, and my guesses are educated guesses. Nobody's thinking about it, which generally tells me that's really when prices are extremely low. Doesn't guarantee me that they won't go lower. It's a great question. 158. All right, let's do a giveaway. I didn't have a stream last week because I was on vacation. Had a lovely time. Fantastic time in the warm, sunny Scottsdale, Arizona, and it was beautiful. The missus and I enjoyed it a lot. So I do want to do a giveaway on OneChain. Now, OneChain is good to us. We have a strategic relationship with them, and they give us 501 to give away every month. And because we didn't do a giveaway last week, we're going to give away twice what we normally give away. So we'll be giving away 251. And the question I have for you, and I need a full name on this, what is the name of the chief marketing officer, or it goes by a different title, of OneChain, their chief marketer? I'm forgetting the exact name of the title, but essentially their CMO for OneChain. First person to give me that answer. I do need your Telegram so that I can get your address to send the OneChain to on Telegram. Because if we just put it in here, it actually won't go through. The comment, for some reason, gets edited out when you put in an address. All right. No, that is the CEO. Who is the chief marketing officer? All right. Do we have a last name to that? Am I still bullish on MetaFighter? That's a great question, Jenny. I still have all the tokens I loaded up on for MetaFighter. I haven't sold any, and I wouldn't sell at these prices. Been a little bit slower than I hoped as far as their game development. And announcements and marketing have been somewhat disappointing. But I was pretty disappointed with Axie Infinity for the first year and a half after I bought it. Turned out really good. So that's why I just hold on. Gods Unchained did really well at first, and then it did terrible for the next year and a half to 2 years, and then it did exceptionally well again. So there we go. Web Zombies, you are our winner. Now, I have the hardest time pronouncing his full name, so I just call him Tim, which everybody who knows him also just calls him Tim. But Web Zombies is our winner here. So great job. send me, I know I already have your Telegram, so just shoot me over your address that you want me to send the one chain to. Well, congratulations, everyone, for being here in the bear market. I was hoping that I could prepare everyone mentally for what the bear market seems like and feels like. And now we're here, and many of you are still here, though I know we've lost a lot of the Rainmaker family along the way, even though I tried to prepare them for what it would feel like. It's easy to let life get too busy and we don't pay attention to crypto at all, even though it's the best time to be here. And this is why only 5% of people make so much money from crypto, is only 5% stick around during this. Now, our numbers are better than that. Our audience, more than 5% has stuck around. So it tells me we've had some success in kind of setting expectations properly so that when it gets boring like this and bad, you're not leaving, you're sticking around and you're making good decisions and you're doing research and you're finding what you like, what you think is a solid bet for when money comes back in the market. When money comes back in the market, it is an amazing wild ride. I mean, Disneyland holds nothing on what it feels like to have already made a bunch of placements and then the market takes off. It's incredible. It's exhilarating and it's life-changing. So I'm excited for all of you who have stuck around. Jack, another answer coming in late. Anthony Martinez says, Jack Lou, that is the CEO. Very good man. He joined us almost a year ago on the channel. All right. The vaccinated anti-vaxxer says it's cold winter, but waiting for the bottom is exciting. Yes, that is a great way to think about it. It is very exciting to be here now. It may not feel exciting now, but wait till money comes back into the market and you will be so very thrilled that you had stuck around and for all those placements you made when the market sucked and so many people left and you didn't. So it's really thrilling to be on the part of the ride when it's going up, but it's only really thrilling when you made a bunch of placements when things were way down. Thanks so much for joining us, everyone. We will see you all soon. This wrap is for all of you rainmakers, just to reinforce these principles. They just, so song and music can hit you on an emotional level. And often as we're human beings, the bear market hits us on an emotional level. So I did want a fun rap that just basically made these principles that we talk about a fun way to listen to them and reinforce these principles. Thanks so much. See you next time.
Came into the space chasing all of the gains, chasing the pumps and all of the hype trains. But like in life, shit right before you could. Was told to buy when it was pouring like a rainmaker should. I buy when it's down, don't chase the boats that I miss. Cause I always make the time in mind. I sit the one out cause I'm patient like that. And I'll wait for the right time. I sell when it's high, I buy when it's low. They call me rich, they call me smart. I'm just a rainmaker running the show. Calculated investments, I don't leave with my heart. Principles are simple, they're leaving a mark. Buy when it's boring, just gotta be smart. I sell when it's hype, like all the channels they pump it. That's when I was selling, got parabolic to dump it. They call me rich, they call me smart. I'm a rainmaker, making my own start. I'm with the future, learning the past. Makes the time fly by, years going so fast. The game plan is mine, I'll own it now. When I reach the top, haters asking me how. Cause I'm a rainmaker, investments I love. And I follow what I learn, not relying on luck. Time is never better, the time like the present. This next 5 years is a gift and it's feeling like heaven. I'm committed to learn, to study and to know that nothing comes easy but with knowledge the game show. Sticking out this road could soon become a bear market. Learning and growing and when it's slow will be the target. Naysayers come out, Bitcoin is dead. The massive decreases can get to your head. Sticking around, the time is better. Strong like that, I'll let the others be fretters. 2 years time the ball will bring back the gains. That makes it worth the effort cause here comes the rain. So let's go rainmakers, let's make it all happen. Let go of the hate, let the haters be crapping. I'm here for 5 years, let's do this together. The time is right, the time could be better. They call me rich, they call me smart. I'm a rainmaker, making my own start. I'm with the future, learning the past. Makes the time fly by, years going so fast. The game plan is mine, I'll own it now. When I reach the top, haters asking me how. Cause I'm a rainmaker, investments I love. And I'll follow what I learn, not relying on luck. Haters be hating, the time to slow down. Addressing what they say when I'm wearing my crown. They're chasing green candles. handles like someone who was new. I got a vision that was bigger, helping me to push through. I'm still human and sometimes it is rough, and that's what makes me special, simply I stay tough. Cause I'm a rainmaker, investments I love, and I follow what I learn, not relying on luck.